Just a pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated.
Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So today we're going to be installing the drag radials here. It does look like it's going to rain, maybe, but I thought that yesterday and I didn't put them on yesterday and it didn't rain. So the other thing is it's really windy, which is I'm trying to stay out of the winds. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna need to do actually is remove the lug nut from the rear driver side, I think. No, rear passenger side. So I'm gonna try to use my same trick. I bought this new set of deep impact sockets from Harbor Freight, and I think it was the 19 that I used. So I'm just gonna try to do the same thing to get this one off. So I got my tools. I got my 19mm socket, my breaker bar, and a hammer. That's all you need to do this. Look at that, finally got it. What a pain. All right, time to bring the big dogs out. And I think one needs to go in the right spot, so the rotation is that way. This thing won't move on the grass or in the mud. And I know you guys are looking at this saying this is sketchy AF, and it is, but I'm not going under the car or anything, so if it falls, it falls. I don't think it will though. It's actually got a really good base since the thing's down the ground, things like touching it. So it's even more secure. All right, so here's more of a direct side-by-side comparison. So it looks like the diameter is about the same. Not that I can really tell from just eyeballing it, but it doesn't look drastically different. And as far as the height, it's about what you would expect. 305 versus 315. Where's my rubbage? Right here. So this is where it's rubbing. And I've had these on since I've had like 2,000 miles on the car or so. And that's all it's done. Like you can see it's rubbed through right there, but it's really minor. So I did get some spacers, some 3mm spacers that I will put when I do it. And God, this thing is rusty. It looks like crap. I'm from California where things don't rust nearly as bad. Let me grab the parts kit and show you guys that. Okay, I just wanted to show you real quick what comes with the parts kit that Boosted Scatpack sent me. I don't know what these are for. They must be for the hub Centric Ring that must go on the rim. I'll check that out. And it comes with the socket and then all the nuts, lug nuts. And then it also came with some valve stems. And I already went to the tire store and had them use one of their valve stems. I should have used this, but I didn't. This wasn't here yet and I was too impatient. So let's get this going and get those on the car. So just to show why you need the parts kit, you see these, they're like, it has like this long neck thing on it, then where you tighten it is back here. So it's kind of different. And then if you look in there, there's just a little, hopefully you can see that. There's just a little hole inside there, which this goes into as such. So clearly normal lug nuts wouldn't work. Like I couldn't use these if I wanted to. So just something to keep in mind. If you don't buy the parts kit, make sure you have compatible lug nuts. And I am putting a washer on each one. All right, we are all set. We got a drag radial in the car. Let me lower it. Obviously, the suspension hasn't settled. It still looks super high, but that's what it's going to look like. Can't wait to get the other one on. Okay, so this is the driver's side. And this is my very first time taking this rim off and tires since I got the 315. So this is the rubbing here. I mean, as you can see, it's even more minor than the other side. Little piece of plastic in there, and that's what the other one had, a little piece of plastic dangling off too. But this one hasn't even rubbed through like the other one has. So definitely a lot less rubbing here. And as a whole, I don't see any other rubbing. So there you go. I mean, these fit. I think the 3mm spacer might just set, you know, put it over the top in terms of fitment, but they do fit. I mean, even with that minor rubbing, you could live with that. I mean, I know a lot of people wouldn't want to, but it's not gonna prevent the, you know, it's not gonna cause any damage or anything. It's just gonna mess up your little plastic thing. It's not enough to where it's gonna go through the plastic and then start eating the metal. It's like barely touching it. So it's probably only doing it intermittently when there's like a, you know, when I make a hard corner or something like that. I must turn left more, like a NASCAR driver. Wouldn't that make the right side probably bulge that way more? I don't know. Anyway, other thing I wanted to show you guys was this hub centric ring. I think it's supposed to either go right here or on the rim itself, and I just can't get it to fit. Like this side fits a little bit better than the other side, but like I'm assuming it should go over that, but it just won't. I mean, I've even tried hammering it in, and it's just not enough. Like all I'm gonna do is break it. So then the other possibility, and I know it's super windy, sorry, is that it's gonna go right here, and this side fit. Go figure. So now I'm gonna have one on this side and not on the other side. All right, well, this is the story here. I'm not going to the track till Friday, which today is Wednesday. So if anyone can tell me about that hub centric ring, do I need to put it on the other side? Because I'm gonna take these off probably either tonight or tomorrow before I go to the track and bring the drag radial separate, because I wanna run on the street tires first. And I also hope that not having drag radials in the car will allow me to pass tech, and then just in the pits I can swap the drag radials on there and, you know, hope nobody notices. And that's because of the drive shaft loop issue that I don't have one. The other reason is I know a lot of people have mentioned, and I've been concerned about it too, is whether or not I'm gonna break one of the axles or break the drive shaft. And I don't think I will, but we will, we'll see. So by running it on the stock tires, well, they're not stock tires, but by running them on the 315s first, the all seasons, I'll be able to make a couple passes, or at least one or two passes before I put the drag radials on there and then break it. So at least we'll get some number rather than just breaking it right on the line. Let me know if I need that ring on the other side, even though I couldn't get it on. All right, we're all set. It's on. Now I need to replace these guys too. I still haven't gotten around to it. Maybe when I swap the tires again, I'll do it. It doesn't actually take very long. I just have been lazy. I'm glad the saga with the lug nuts, locking lug nuts, is over. I just need to not lose the other one. Everything's set. I can go out and test them after I put these in the garage, that is. These are significantly heavier than the Race Stars, which I know it has a bigger tire, but it's a lot heavier. If I had a scale, I would weigh them, but I had one of those sweet Fitbit Aria scales, and it bit it in the flood. Look at that. Tires, Horde. Oh my God. I'll be happy when I get my life back in order. Okay, all set. Looks pretty crazy. So let me start you guys all off with this cold start. Okay, the first thing I want to say is sorry for all the wind noise in this video, but it's windy. First, I'm going to stop and get some exterior shots that aren't in my driveway so everybody can see what it looks like, and hopefully the suspension will settle a little bit. Okay, so the first driving impression I can give you is it feels pretty much like the other ones. I'm sure that would change once I'm at speed and I try to take some corners and stuff, but right now it feels pretty much identical, or at least nothing that was readily noticeable. So we're gonna do some glamour shots with a dirty ass car. metal thing with any rubbing? So right now I'm just driving to the spot, hoping that it doesn't start raining. If it does, I'm close enough to where I can get back pretty much no matter what, even if I have to drive 15 miles an hour. I don't know about you guys, but I think the car looks sick with these on it. It makes me want to get some of the fronts and then just have this like drag set up. My mind is starting to get into that race mode where I'm thinking stupid. I'm thinking like, well, why don't I just keep them on here full time? And then that way, then I can just only drive the Accord if it's raining, or if it's gonna rain, or it looks like it might rain. But that's stupid. I don't wanna, like I told myself with this car, I was gonna actually drive it. It was gonna be a daily driver, and I'm not gonna do anything to it that's gonna, you know, hurt its drivability, which is why I haven't lowered it. I haven't done anything crazy with it. I like it to be, you know, a drivable car that I can daily drive, because that's really where the fun is. You know, having this car in the garage or in the driveway right now while I'm driving an Accord all day is just, I don't know, it just takes away a little bit. I don't want to do that, so I'll have to bite the bullet and not be lazy and actually put the stock ones back on. I keep calling them stock ones, but they're not stock. They're my factory reproductions, I think it's the name of the company is, and they're 20 by 10.5 in the rear and 20 by 9.5 in the front, the 275 in the front and the 315 in the rear, and they're all seasons DWS 06s. Right now I got 305 Mickey Thompson ET Street R's 17 inch, and we'll see what it does. I just wanted to share some of the data. And 0 to 60, the best is a 4.3, and that was achieved with the Continental 315s in the rear, aired down to I think like 22 pounds, and I did that right after the track, and I actually did 4.6 on the street and 4.3 at the track, so that was with prep. And look at that. It took that long to tell me that I had no rear tire pressure. That's interesting. So 4.3 is the time to beat right now, and that was of course with the car just stock. Now it's got an extra 200 horsepower and a lot of extra grip, where I want people to guess what 0 to 60 I'm gonna get. And keep in mind, everybody says I need driver mod and I'm a shit driver. I don't think that's the case. I actually know how to drive, but you know, keep in mind that I'm a crap driver according to a lot of people. So I'm gonna say 3.6. If I can do a 3.6, I'll be happy. I think it should go a lot quicker than that, but that's kind of what I'm hoping. And just in general at the track, my goal is to run 10s in this car, and I feel like it can. It's got 630 to the wheels, which is around Hellcat power. It doesn't quite have the Hellcat power band since it makes all its power up high. And the Hellcat has more of a linear power band because it's got a root style blower on it, or whatever kind it is. It's not as centrifugal. But this car has the Scatpack gears, which are, I think, a 309. And the Hellcat has like a 270 or something like that. I don't know the exact number. This has a little bit more of aggressive gear on it compared to a Hellcat, so I'm hoping that translates to better launches and better acceleration with the power. Hopefully we'll get into the 10s. If I don't get in the 10s, I'm gonna throw more mods on it until I get to the 10s. I know a Hellcat can run 10 stock. I'm trying to build a mini Hellcat, a cheaper Hellcat. So if I can't run 10 stock, then obviously I haven't achieved that, so I need to bump it up a little bit, but I think I'll be able to do it. Tell me what you guys think. Maybe the drive shaft will just blow up, and then we won't be going to the track. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it's kind of funny. And there's a Mustang behind me. Oh, you guys can't see it because I got gauges in the way, but here it comes. Maybe he'll want to do a quick little dig. Ooh, GT350. Okay, you guys ready? I'm just gonna floor it. So to answer that is no, you cannot just floor it. It does not have enough traction for that. It probably will after with a burnout on a prep track, but just on the street, nope, it's gonna need to be pedaled because I just dropped it to the floor, and as you saw there, it just spun and I got a 5.1. All right, I'm gonna try warming them up again. All right, I'm gonna pedal it a little bit this time. All right, that was a 4.2, so we at least beat our record with drag radials and 200 extra horsepower. That's not really anything to write home about. I'm gonna try dropping the pressure. They're at 25 right now. I think they need to be down to like 20. And I got my trusty little tool that I got from the tire store yesterday. So let's do this. Let's see what they're at first. Oh, it's over 25. See what this side was at. A little over 25. Okay, we're at about 20 each side. I'm pretty sure that lower would be better, but right now this is all I'm gonna do. So I might not get my record setting 0 to 60 at this moment. Actually, I made a record already. What am I talking about? And I just realized I had the AC on too. I don't think that'll make that much difference, but all right, I'm gonna warm them up again. All right, let's try this again. I'm gonna brake boost it a tiny bit. That was a 4.3, so it's, the car's hooking, I'm just not giving it enough. I'll do 2,500. That was a 4.0. And the car seems like it's hot. I hear like fans running. Oh, coolant got up really high. Fan turned off, so it's obviously happy. All right, doesn't seem like a big deal. Okay, I'm gonna do this for real. I'm gonna actually try. I can still give it a hell of a lot more than I am. This is pretty amazing how much it's hooking now. Okay, so I just did a 3. I just realized my camera shut down. This is a Sony A6000 and it said thermal overload, overheating, shutting down. Kind of annoying, but that's where we're gonna leave it, 3.8. And the car feels really hot again. Let me see what it's at. 219 for the coolant and 230 for the trans, Jesus. Okay, yeah, I gotta stop this. Let that baby cool down. So tell me what you guys think. Is 230 really high? It seems like it to me. I've never seen it that high. Then again, I was doing like back-to-back passes, hot lapping over and over. I probably shouldn't have done that. Damn it. So it's cooled down a little bit. 213 right now. I'm just babying it home, trying to get that temp down. Maybe someone could tell me what the max temp that this trans should be at, because with most transmissions I know, which were of course the older four-speed transmissions, like that kind of temp was bad. But anyway, as long as the car is okay, which I think it is, I'll be at the track on Friday. So Friday I'm going to be going to Royal Purple Raceway for the Friday night street race drag thing, and that's, I think, the first time the track's going to be open, or at least open to the public for this season. They've been storing cars there from the hurricane, and I think that's where both of my cars ended up, was at Royal Purple. If anyone could possibly go or is going, I need help filming. I don't have like a crew or anything, and I know a lot of people want like exterior shots. The best I could do is mount my GoPro somewhere, but I don't have like 2 camera mounts I can use to get one like external. I'm gonna be by myself, so if anyone can go film, let me know. Or if you can just meet me there, I'll let you use my camera and you can film, and I'll just film in the car with my GoPro. So the channel's been doing pretty good. I want to thank everybody for that. Definitely much appreciated, all the comments and everything. So I like getting a lot of interaction from everybody, just because, you know, I don't not that I don't know what I'm doing, but there's a lot of things I have questions on, and I think most vloggers just kind of do things off camera and then just show you the final results. And that's one of the things I always wanted to do differently, is kind of show the process that it takes to do anything, and not just the final result. Because the final result is obvious, but you know, the process that it took to get there can be fun and interesting if you like this kind of stuff. We got the trans down to 203, and I think we're good to go. I hope it's not hurt. I don't think it will be, but that temp was really high. So just wanted to share some impressions on launching the car with these tires. First off, when I lowered the tire pressure from 25 to 20, it was a lot better. The biggest thing I really had a problem with is just getting it to hook, and it started wheel hopping at a little bit of point. It wasn't wheel hopping bad, but enough to be annoying, because I know wheel hop tends to be really destructive to vehicles. I think it really needs a little bit less pressure, maybe 18, 17. Yeah, I was a little disappointed with the time. 3.8, not bad. It did get better pretty much consistently, but it's not the 3.6 that I wanted. I think practically could have gotten 3.8 stock, but not on that surface. I can guarantee that. It was slipping and sliding even with these tires. I couldn't go full throttle right off the line. Every time I tried that, it would just spin the hell out of them. I think it's going to be really good at the track though, with a little bit of prep and a nice smooth surface, not asphalt. Cars don't hook very good on asphalt. Like this type of surface is better. But compared to traction with the all seasons on here, it's night and day. I mean, with the all seasons, it was spinning all the way up to 60. It was just spinning. Like I couldn't really get it to stay down, which is why my 0 to 60 was 4.9. So if you look at it that way, it's pretty impressive, because I cut my 60 from 4.9 to 3.8. That is a ton. That's a lot. If I can maintain a similar number at the track, I should be well in the 11s. I don't know about the 10s. It's not. I'm a little bit less confident now, but we'll see. Another thing I got to find out is, will a taser with track mode help with the transmission heat issues? Because if this were a HP 90 and a Hellcat, I wouldn't really be too worried about it. But this transmission's like at its limit. It's past its limit. Giving it a bunch of heat isn't something I want. And I feel like the track mode would shift quicker and harder, and therefore less slippage and less heat. Guys, let me know what I should do with that, because I might not get the 10 on Friday, but I'm going to be at TX2K, and I plan on running it balls out. I upgraded my towing with AAA to I think 150 or 250 miles, so I'm good to go. I'm good to break this thing and get it back home or get it to a shop. I certainly hope I don't break it, but it happens, especially if you're going to go out there on a sticky drag radial. There's a lot can happen. So that's it for now, everybody. Thanks for watching, and Friday we'll be at the drag races. So anyone who can attend, I'll see you there. Peace.
Just a pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated. Weed is engaged in the pavement. Rubber escorts like I'm seeking arrangement. Push the gas, escalate the gauges, escalate hits on a cam girl's pages, blazes, and hit 'em with a script full of sexy phrases.